reflecting pool is the largest of the many reflecting pools in Washington, D.C., United States. It is a long and large rectangular pool located on the National Mall, directly east of the Lincoln Memorial, with the Washington Monument to the east of the reflecting pool. Part of the iconic image of Washington, the reflecting pool hosts many of the 24 million visitors a year who visit the National Mall. It is lined by walking paths and shade trees on both sides. Depending on the viewer's vantage point, it dramatically reflects the Washington Monument, the Lincoln Memorial, the mall's trees, or the expansive sky. The Lincoln Memorial Reflecting Pool was designed by Henry Bacon and was constructed in 1922 and 1923 following the dedication of the Lincoln Memorial. It is approximately 2,029 feet long and 167 feet wide. The perimeter of the pool is therefore 4,392 feet around. It has a depth of approximately 18 inches on the sides and 30 inches in the center. It holds approximately 6,750,000 US gallons of water. Its glass expanse can reflect the Lincoln Memorial, the Washington Monument, or the rows of shade trees that line both sides. Squirrels are all over the place. Oh, look at those mushrooms again. Oh, there are a lot of squirrels in here. What are those? The Lincoln Memorial is a U.S. national memorial built to honor the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln. It is located on the western end of the National Mall in Washington, D.C., across from the Washington Monument. Taking the form of a neoclassical temple, the memorial's architect was Henry Bacon. The designer of the memorial interior's large central statue, Abraham Lincoln, was Daniel Chester French. The Lincoln statue was carved by the Piccirilli Brothers. The painter of the interior murals was Jules Guerin. Dedicated in May 1922, it is one of several memorials built to honor an American president. It has always been a major tourist attraction and since the 1930s has been a symbolic center focus on race relations. The building is in the form of a Greek Doric temple and contains a large seated sculpture of Abraham Lincoln and inscriptions of two well-known speeches by Lincoln, the Gettysburg Address and his second inaugural address. The memorial has been the site of many famous speeches, including Martin Luther King Jr.'s I Have a Dream speech, delivered on August 28, 1963, during the rally at the end of the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom. The memorial is administered by the National Park Service under its National Mall and Memorial Parks Group. The memorial is open to the public 24 hours a day and more than 7 million people visit it annually. Minnesota. The exterior of the memorial echoes a classic Greek temple and features Yule marble quarried from Colorado. The structure measures 189.7 by 118.5 feet and is 99 feet tall. It is surrounded by a peristyle of 36 fluted Doric columns, one for each of the 36 states in the Union at the time of Lincoln's death, and two columns in antis at the entrance behind the colonnade. The columns stand 44 feet tall with a base diameter of 7.5 feet. Each column is built from 12 drums including the capital. The memorial is anchored in a concrete foundation, 44 to 66 feet in depth, constructed by M.F. Comer and Company and the National Foundation and Engineering Company, and is encompassed by 187 by 257 foot rectangular granite retaining wall measuring 14 feet in height. Leading up to the shrine on the east side are the main steps. Beginning at the edge of the reflecting pool, the steps rise to the Lincoln Memorial Circle, roadway surrounding the edifice, then to the main portal, intermittently spaced with a series of platforms. Flanking the steps as they approach the entrance are two buttresses, each crowned with an 11-foot tall tripod carved from pink Tennessee marble by the Piccirilli Brothers. The memorial's interior is divided into three chambers by two rows of four iconic columns, each 50 tall and 5.5 feet across at their base. The central chamber, housing the statue of Lincoln, is 60 feet wide, 74 feet deep, and 60 feet high. The north and south chambers display carved inscriptions of Lincoln's second inaugural address and his Gettysburg address. Bordering these inscriptions are pilasters ornamented with fasces, eagles, and wreaths. The inscriptions and adjoining ornamentation are by Evelyn Beatrice Longman. The memorial is replete with symbolic elements. The 36 columns represent the states of the Union at the time of Lincoln's death. The 48 stone festoons above the column represent the 48 states in 1922. Inside, each inscription is surmounted by a 60 by 12 foot mural by Jules Guerin, portraying principles seen as evident in Lincoln's life: freedom, liberty, mortality, justice, and the law on the south wall, unity, fraternity, charity on the north. Cypress trees representing eternity are in the mural's backgrounds. The mural's paint incorporated kerosene and wax to protect the exposed artwork from fluctuations in temperature and moisture. Lying between the north and the south chambers of the open-air memorial is the central hall, which contains the large solitary figure of Abraham Lincoln sitting in contemplation. Its sculptor Daniel Chester French supervised the Piccirilli Brothers in its construction, and it took 4 years to complete. The 175 short tons statue, carved from Georgia white marble, was shaped in 28 pieces, originally intended to be only 10 feet tall. The sculpture was enlarged to 19 feet from head to foot, considering it would look small within the extensive interior space. If Lincoln were depicted standing, he would be 28 feet tall. The widest span of the statue corresponds to its height, and it rests upon an oblong pedestal of Tennessee marble, 10 feet high, 16 feet wide, and 17 feet deep. Directly beneath this lies a platform of Tennessee marble, about 34.5 feet long, 28 feet wide, and 6.5 inches high. Lincoln's arms rest on representations of Roman fasces, a subtle touch that associates the statue with the Augustan theme of the Washington Mall. The statue is discreetly bordered by two pilasters, one of each side. Between these pilasters and above Lincoln's head is engraved an epitaph of Lincoln. Marble.
The most expensive fucking stones you can get.
Ooh, what a nice view. Looks perfect.